defeats Atletico Madrid 2-2 on aggregate, but 4-2 at the end of the day in penalties today. Just what a crazy day. What a crazy day it was. If you were one of the fortunate ones to be able to join me in the live stream, thank you very much. I very much appreciate you. If you're just finding my channel now, hit that subscribe button, like the video as well, as I make Real Madrid content about the best club in the world. And I just love doing what I'm doing. So guys, let's recap the game a little, tell you some of my thoughts about this game, because there was so many things going on in this game, giving you my man of the match and what's next for this Real Madrid club. So coming into this day, this was going to be a game that was never going to be easy. Heading to the Metropolitano across beautiful Madrid, Spain, to that horrible, horrible stadium with some of the most ravaged fans in all of Europe. It was never going to be easy. And it's such a hostile environment in a place that we have not had a lot of success, unfortunately. So coming into today, I gave you my match preview, what I wanted to be seeing for this Real Madrid team. And Carlo Ancelotti, I feel like he listened, except for he missed one thing. And taking a look, this was the starting 11 that Carlo Ancelotti put out there. We will talk about the ratings here later in this video. Kylian Mbappe up top, Vinny, Jude Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Luka Modric was the one person I didn't think that should be starting. I was very much in the camp of saying Camavinga should be getting a start in this one. We will be talking about Camavinga much later as well. Rodrigo gets the start. Fede Valverde and Raul Asensio getting the start in the back. Rudiger, Ferland Mendy, and of course, Mr. Champions League, Mr. one of the best keepers in the world, if not the best keeper in the world. He's at least in the next round. Unlike somebody over up in Liverpool. Thibaut Courtois. Thibaut Courtois getting the start as well. A couple things that I was very happy about. First of all, Carlo Ancelotti. I think he has finally learned his lesson. I'm hoping. Crossing my fingers. I'm hoping. Fede Valverde has to be the right back to start. We will talk about Lucas Vazquez too, because I had some thoughts about Lucas Vazquez today. Seeing that Fede Valverde actually was starting at right back was very encouraging for me as well. And when it came to Raul Asensio, I've said it, I think I'm going on record. He has been the best center back so far this season. And this has come from a guy who's been a complete unknown to me and I think to other Madridistas around the world. They're saying, who the hell is this guy? We were excited about another center back. There was a 16-year-old coming in. I didn't even know about who this Raul Asensio was. Do I know ball? I think so. He just wasn't on my radar, but what a joy and what a player that Raul Asensio is. I cannot stress enough. I love Raul Asensio. Love him. He is in my starting 11 every single time if he is healthy and if he is ready to go. And boy, was he ready to go in this one. Unfortunately, this Real Madrid team was not ready to go because Atletico Madrid start off this game as hot as you can possibly start it. They get the ball and immediately they run down. De Paul gets the ball, passes it in to Simeone, goes through his legs, goes throughout Raul Asensio's legs. And in the first 27 seconds, Atletico Madrid ties that up on aggregate to go up 1-0 as it's Conor Gallagher with an easy tap in. Thibaut Courtois, there's nothing much he can do. It's a 0.42 XG, just to tell you how easy this goal is. And I was doing the watch along and I said, shit. We got a game. Here's the thing. There's no more goals the rest of this game. This was a game that was very frustrating to watch. It was so many high highs. Coming into this game, you're feeling great about yourself. You were saying, okay, we're going to go into the Metropolitano and win. And, the thing I was talking about in the match preview, I said we need to be playing our game and not let Atletico Madrid play their game. Unfortunately, we must have not listened to that part because we'd let Atletico Madrid play whatever they wanted. And whatever Atletico Madrid wants is they want you to be passing the ball back and forth a million times. And that's what we did in the first half because we weren't creating anything. When you take a look at the starting 11 for Atletico Madrid, they have a back four. And basically they have 10 guys behind the whole time. And it's almost like a double low block that you're going up against. And so when you take a look at some of the stats and when we take a look at the first half for this Real Madrid team, we are creating nothing. We are dominating possession, 62% compared to 38%. 0.08 XG is what we have with 3 shots and only 1 on target. And 1 is from Vinny, 1 is from Jude, and then 1 is from Rodrigo. But none of these had anything. There was not even a chance that you're like, oh, is this going? Nope. There was nothing that was going to be going in this one. And this was my issue with this team. I wasn't really thrilled with what I was seeing out there. It was leaving a lot to be desired. And I'll just be honest with everybody. I was not very confident at halftime I was liking a couple players out there. I thought there was a couple players that were very sloppy, though. I mean, we were looking at Kylian Mbappe. We're looking at Vinny. We're looking at Rodrigo out there. Even Jude Bellingham looked sloppy at times. Ferland Mendy was maybe decently good, right, at times, and then it looked bad. It looked really bad. The only person in the first half that was actually worth a damn was Thibaut Courtois. Courtois continues to save Real Madrid, and I think we kind of underestimate sometimes and underappreciate how important he is today. In total, he had 7 saves on the day. He did give up the goal in the first minute, but he was taking shot after shot in this game. And Atletico Madrid was the better team in the first half. And honestly, for most of this game, I thought they were the better team. But it doesn't matter if what my opinion is who the better team was. At the end of the day, this Real Madrid team, we find a way to win because, again, it is in our DNA. It is in our blood. It is in our bones. We are Champions League. There is no Champions League without Real Madrid. And we continue to find a way. Now, I do want to give a couple shout outs, though, to Carlo Ancelotti. I think he had to make some subs in the second half. And the players that, we started out there, I was happy with them as a whole, but we needed to be making some substitutions. So we actually did get to see some subs, and I'll be talking about them a little later. Lucas Vazquez was somebody, you guys, if you've been watching the channel for a while, might be saying, what? You said what? I was saying on the live stream, I think this is a game that you need to be bringing on Lucas Vazquez because we weren't able to pull in any defenders away. Lucas Vazquez, one of the things that I love about him is he actually is pretty good on the attack. Is he a liability at the back end? 100%. But he's been good lately. He's been